is issue 90 of Totally Dope. I'm Jeffrey Cann. In this issue, using AI to rid your business of expired code, how AI will upend the online ad model, simple digital tools deliver low-cost workarounds to expensive services, and gas turbines are a hot commodity. Here's my digital tip. Use AI to rid yourself of old code. There are tons of expired, out of circulation, and basically frozen solutions littering control rooms, field offices, and operation centers throughout the oil and gas sector. Everyone knows about them, as they're the butt of considerable humor. Old Windows NT or Windows 11 apps that were written back in the day to solve some problem by some junior engineer who's long since moved on, leaving the code behind to die. The hope, of course, is that the hardware never fails, and so these old boxes are abandoned in the corner to kind of go on and do their thing. And managers basically put up with the constraints that these old solutions now impose. No integration, no modernizations, no updates, cyber vulnerabilities. Well, AI presents a solution now because AI can write very competent code. Facebook, Microsoft, and X have all signaled through layoffs and reorgs just how good AI coding has become. You can use the old code as the specifications for what the new system should do, or in some cases, rebuild the code from scratch. These are great projects for interns and newbies. Just got to get on with it. Here's my observation. The sales model is about to be upended by AI. I've been in sales my entire professional life, and every successful business has a sales function. You know the drill. Use ads and events to market your business, identify leads through a lead generator, nurture those leads with contacts and information, craft an offer that meets their needs, and hopefully convert the lead into a buyer. Businesses spend tons of ad dollars with Google and Facebook, for example, presenting ads to people based on their online behavior. We all see this. Search Google for a leather recliner, and within an hour, Facebook is going to present an ad from a retailer for fine leather furniture. Well, AI flips this ad model on its head. Use public IP addresses of a device and the keywords that are used in the search. Match that with other public data sources to produce the name and email address of the person behind the search. Watch the behavior of that IP address over time as it makes repeated and persistent searches for specific terms and visits business sites linked to those terms. And so armed with this insight, you can then guess with reasonable accuracy they're a business user and they're searching for solutions to their business problem. Well, here's where AI can take over. By sifting through millions of searches, looking for those specific search terms and related online actions like site visits and downloads, video views, AI can produce a highly targeted list of qualified leads with their contact details, not based on their response to an ad, but rather on their richer online actions. This can lead to directed and much more powerful email marketing. Google and Facebook don't offer this because it cannibalizes their ad business. But it's coming, and Carvey has built it. Here's my personal note for the week. The Tour de France is on right now, and as an avid cyclist, I really enjoy taking in the spectacle, the mountain scenery, the sprint finishes. If you haven't watched an episode, give it a go. The French go all into the Tour. And the visuals of the old chateaus, the gardens, the landscapes, they're so beautiful that I immediately start scheming on how to pull off another vacation in France. The problem is that there are no Canadian broadcasters that carry the Tour. That's probably because there's only one Canadian amongst the 170 riders that are taking part this year. Flowbike offers a monthly subscription for $50, but there is a far cheaper option. I subscribed to a VPN service called Windscribe for just $12 and pointed the VPN to Melbourne, Australia, where SBS, the national public broadcaster, streams the event for free. I then screen share the event on my really large TV and I get to watch it in full HD glory. My cost? 50 cents per stage, which is really, really cheap. It just goes to show that for any given problem you wish to solve, There's probably a super cheap, low regret digital answer to that very expensive service, but you got to go looking for it. Here's my energy insight. This week saw yet another big data center announcement, this time in Alberta by Meta, the people who bring you Facebook, and are also making a big push into AI. The data center is going to be based outside Edmonton, and it'll initially consume about a gigawatt of power every second. This translates roughly into 150 million cubic feet of natural gas per day to generate that power. And this explains why the facility is going to be in Alberta. Lots of natural gas there, and it's close to natural gas pipelines. Now, you might think 150 million is a big number. Well, it is. But in context, it's nothing. Canada produces 20 billion cubic feet of gas per day, so 150 million is about 0.75% increase in supply. And according to the EIA, Canada sits on 87 trillion cubic feet of gas recoverable today, about 12 years supply, and up to several thousand trillion cubic feet of gas, depending on what assumptions you use. Canada could host dozens of data centers the size of this big Meta plant. Pembina has been contracted to build and run the new power plant, which will be up and generating by 2030. And in the interim, the power will be supplied by the grid. Big problem about global AI build-out has suddenly shifted. At one time, it was about securing the land. And then was there going to be enough water for cooling? And for a while, it was who's going to supply the power. Well, with gas companies partnering to build the power plants, the technology now in short supply is gas turbines. The turbine industry is so thoroughly backordered globally, and the demand is so great that operators have resorted to scouring the used gas turbine market anywhere in the world for unused equipment. So if you've got an unused gas turbine sitting around, now's the time to sell it. Oh, and geopolitically, Meta's move puts paid to this nonsense argument from the US trade negotiators that Canada has nothing that the US needs. If that were true, Meta wouldn't have moved here. Have a great week.